evening, everyone, and welcome to the Monday night OARS 2-meter Tuesday night net. This net meets regularly on Tuesday night at 7 p.m. on 146.970. My name is Greg, and my call sign is KF0LZX. While this is not an emergency net, if anyone at any time has any emergency traffic, please call break. Does anyone have any emergency traffic? Please call now. Hearing none, I'll move on to announcements. I'll be using NetLogger for check-ins on this net, and anyone who wishes can check in early by monitoring the OARS net there. The Ozarks Amateur Radio Society meets on the second Saturday of the month at the Happy House Restaurant in Monette, Missouri. The meeting is at 7 p.m., but everyone is welcome to come at 6 p.m. to eat and enjoy some good conversation. Individuals pay for their own meal, and you do not have to be a ham to attend. You also do not... You do not have to eat to attend, and you also do not have to be a ham to attend. Everyone is welcome, including family members and those interested in amateur radio. The next meeting at the Happy House will be Saturday, December 9th, which will also be our official vote-in for officers of the club and the Christmas gift exchange. Saturday breakfast for the OARS Club for the month of December will be 7:30 a.m. at Angus Branch Restaurant in Monette, Missouri. The OARS Club now has 3 regular nets: the D-Star net on Monday night at 8 p.m. on 444.150, the 2-meter net Tuesday at 7 p.m. on 146.970, and the Simplex every Thursday at 8 p.m. on 146.460. James Roman, AC0BN, will be holding a monthly Aries meeting on the third Monday of the month at 7 p.m. at the Monette Police Department, if anyone is interested in attending. We also have several new POTA locations in our area, so if anyone is interested in POTA or remote activating, you can look on the POTA website and check out some of the new activation locations we have available for us. And maybe when Sean's on, I kind of went through our little rope we did last week and last night, and I'll let Sean give a rundown on it this evening when he comes on. The net is now being streamed on 59 Radio YouTube channels, so if you'd like to see how you sound on the radio or miss part of the net, you can go to 59radio.com for details and a link to the channel. Are there any other announcements of interest to amateur radio? Please call now. All right, hearing nothing, we will go ahead and call for mobile or short-time check-ins. Please call now.
Whiskey 0, Golf Oscar Delta, mobile, short time.
Okay, hearing nothing else, we'll go ahead and go to Peter, W0GOD. Peter, how are you doing this evening?
Good evening, Greg. Doing well, just on the way back home. Had to take a quick trip to Arkansas, but it felt good to cross the state line.
Well, good to have you as an official Missourian now. I guess you're up in the Springfield area now, so maybe once you get settled in and get some things taken care of, maybe you'll logistically and time-wise be able to make a few more of the meetings and maybe participate in a few of the club activities and outings and stuff now.
Thank you, Greg. I certainly hope so. It'll be a tough couple of months, but hopefully by the end of January things will have settled down and we'll be able to do a little more radio. Anyway, I don't want to keep you from the rest of the net. 7-3 for me, wishing everyone on the net a great evening. W0GOD.
Hey, well, good hearing from you, Peter. Good to have you up in our neck of the woods, and thanks for taking the time to check in. Are there any other mobile or short-time check-ins? Please call now. Okay, we'll start off with the netlogger list. And just a heads up, Sean's daughter may make a guest appearance if he can get her rounded up or slowed down enough. She already asleep, so I told him if he could catch her at the radio just to break in between contacts. So just a heads up, running down the netlogger list, and he breaks in, it'll be for his daughter to get on and say hi to everybody. So anyway, we'll start off with Thomas, KC0NSC. Thomas, how are you doing?
KF0LZX, Greg. This is KC0NSC, Tom in North Springfield, and I'm doing pretty good. Had a nice day. Turned on my HF rig early this afternoon, only to hear a familiar voice on 28410. It was KE0CBU, Dave out in Bodart, talking to somebody on the West Coast. And lo and behold, we ended up having a round table with some of the West Coast hands, and then he left, and I ended up talking to a guy in Canada. I had a nice long QSO with him, so it was a nice day. I never did get off the continent, but I made some nice contacts, and so I enjoyed it. And that's about all that's going on in this shack. KC0NSC back to KF0LZX and the net.
All right, Thomas. Well, thanks for checking in with us, and good to hear you got out on the radio. Did you pretty much stay on 10 meter the whole time you were on today?
I never even got off at 28.410, which is usually our net frequency for Friday nights. Things just kept popping on there. So I didn't see any reason to turn the dial.
Well, good to hear. I'm glad you got some good contacts and some radio time this afternoon, and thanks again for checking in. We appreciate having you. And we're going to move on down to Steve, KA0SPM. How you doing, Steve?
Doing good, Greg. I guess I probably should have jumped in on announcements, but, sometimes it happens. We will be running a New Year's Eve net. It's actually going to start at 7 and go till midnight. There will be, as is a ways away, we've got, I guess, press releases that'll come out. But suffice it to say, if it doesn't matter what kind of radio equipment you have, even if it's meager, there'll be a net that you'll be able to check in and join in on the fun. Everybody's welcome on every net, so you don't have to worry about if it's a certain club or not. So it'll be a lot of fun, I think.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Thanks a lot for the heads up on that, and we'll look forward to maybe getting a little more info here in the next week or two on it.
We've got press releases that'll come out, and of course, because things are bound to change over the next couple of weeks, we'll keep everybody up on it. But it'll be fun. Didn't do much today. A little bit of running. The wife is under the weather slightly, so I had to go pick up cold medicine. But other than that, a pretty quiet day, which I appreciate.
Hey, there's absolutely nothing wrong with a nice quiet day, that's for sure.
So thanks for running the net, Greg, and we'll turn it back to you. KA0SPM.
Hey, well, thank you very much for checking in with us tonight. We definitely appreciate it. This is KF0LZX, and we'll move on down to the next one on the net logger. That'll be Dave, KE6GAE. How you doing, Dave?
KF0LZX and the rest of the net. This is KE6GAE. Oh, we're doing pretty good, Greg. Just sitting here working on an XLX server. Got it set up, but I'm still learning it, so we'll put it that way. But I think it's going to help once I get these bridges set up to help grow some of our nets. Other than that, don't have a whole lot. Looking forward to the New Year's Eve net. I'm going to run the SMLRS repeater net time, so everybody can check in and make fun of me that night. Other than that, don't have a whole lot for the net. Thanks for running the net, Greg. KE6GAE, back to net control.
All right, Dave, I heard you discussing a little bit earlier about your project you have going on, and I'm going to ask somewhat of a stupid question. And I take it this is going to be work something similar to like a Pi-Star open spot where you can crossband to different digital modes just at a server level?
Simple answer, yes, Greg. That's a simple way to put it. Because once I get the A and B chip to be able to do this, we'll be able to crossbow with D-Star. Once I get the server set up and completely running, you'll actually be able to talk from YSF, from Fusion into DMR, because they don't need that special chip as soon as I get that chip. But yes, simple answer, it will work similar as a Pi-Star.
Roger that. That's simple is good enough for me, and that's kind of what I thought you were talking about. I just wanted to confirm. But anyway, thanks again as always. You're always working on something for us, and it's definitely appreciated. So we will move on down to Wes, AE0OC. Wes, how you been doing?
Let me try that again with the mic on.
Roger that.
Anyway, been doing good. Got my big project for the laser. Everything's all burnt and just got to do the staining now, but the main part of it's all done. Feel pretty good about having that finished up. And I'm kind of hoping that Siri will be on tonight. She said she's going to do her best to have her homework done so she can get on the net tonight. So we'll see if she makes it or not. She's going to be coming and staying with me after Christmas, and we'll be here during the New Year's Eve net, so she's looking forward to staying up late and checking in on all of those nets.
Roger that. Well, hopefully she makes it in. If you would, I know sometimes it's a little on the staticky side when she makes it in, and with my hearing being as horrible as it is, what is her call sign? That way I get a good, clear read on it where I can go ahead and write it down in case she does come in.
It's KF0NKV, 9 kilovolt.
Okay, roger that. KF09KV. Roger.
All right, Greg. Well, 73, and I'll turn it back to you. AE0OC, back to net control.
Sounds good, Wes. Appreciate it. Hope everything keeps plugging along with your laser projects, and you keep getting those knocked out. So we'll move on down to Rich, KB0RHA out of Mount Vernon. Rich, how are you doing?
Yeah, we're doing pretty good there, Greg. Hello, everybody on the net. Doing pretty good. Just tinkering around here in the shack and the shop here. Not much else going on. Trying to stay out of the cold weather. Went and got the mail earlier, and boy, that wind was something to just bite right through you. Anyhow, not much else for the net. 7-3, everybody. Back to net control. KB0RHA.
Well, Rich, we appreciate you checking in again, and we'll move on down to Harold, K0SQS. Harold, how are you doing this evening?
Hi, KF0LZX and the rest of the net, K0SQS. Doing fine, Greg. Thanks for running the net tonight. Nothing to report activity-wise at this location, but like to put a plug in wearing my treasurer's hat. Dues for the club for the upcoming year are due the 1st of January. Hopefully I'll be able to enjoy the Christmas party without being inundated too much. But anyway, $30 a year for an individual membership and $50 for a family membership. So with that, back to you, Greg. Looking forward to the meeting next week. Take care. K0SQS.
Yep, thank you, Harold, and thanks for the reminder on the dues. I think I got mine paid the last meeting, so I should be on the good list now. But definitely a good reminder for everybody else, and we will move on down to Sean, my partner in crime and POTA, KE0MAD. How you doing, Sean?
Hey, good evening, Greg, and everybody on net. Doing pretty good. Brenly is already off to bed. She was knocked out and asleep about 5 minutes after I got back to the house. Other than that, just cleaning my mess up from my science experiments here at the desk, and not a lot going on. Sure was fun doing the 31 Park Grove. Not in a big hurry to get back to doing another one, but I know we can do 35. Just can't tell my wife that. K0MAD, back to net control.
All right, Sean, I appreciate it. Yeah, I went into a little bit of a rundown on our adventure and some of the ones we had multiple contacts with and stuff like that. So, yep, definitely a good time. Pretty tiring, and like you, not just function at the bit to jump in and do another one, but it's 35's doable. Just need to wait till spring or summer and a little more planning and make it happen. So, all under the guise of darkness, so we don't get snitched out and in trouble ahead of time. So anyway, appreciate it, Sean, as always. And we'll move on down to Jimmy, AA0JB. How you doing, Jimmy?
KF0LZX and the net. Hey, thanks for being there tonight, Greg. I'm doing pretty good here. I've got updated pictures on QRZ if anybody's interested. The Mosley is in the air and almost operational. We've been monitoring on it. Got an issue with the rotor. Going to have to let it back down, but that's the nice thing about having the hazer. You just push the button, down it comes. So get that wrapped up where we can turn it where we want it. So far, very happy with how it's working. Put the analyzer on it. It's right where it's supposed to be on all 6 bands. So we're pretty tickled. This has been a 4 or 5 month project in the making. I think I poured the concrete on September 15th, and of course waited 30 days to do anything with it because I wanted to seal it and make sure it was all cured. So one little setback along the way, got that wrapped up, and it's been quite a project. And many thanks to Bob K0RM. He's been a tremendous help on it. He's been up here 2-3 times helping me, and we're just about to get it knocked out. Nothing else going on. Looking forward to seeing everybody Saturday night. So with that, I'll turn it back to Ned, AA0JB.
Sounds good, Jimmy. I appreciate it, and glad you're about to finally get to the end of your tower project. Looks like it's going to be a pretty nice setup, and I'll have to get over on QRZ and after the net and check out the pictures you got posted. So thanks again for checking in, and we'll move on down to Melvin, KF0LZX. How you doing, Melvin?
KF0LZX. This is KF0LZX. Everything's going great here. Got out and took care of a little Christmas-related shopping today, and man, you have to wear a good coat nowadays. So after that wind blew through here last night, really cooled things off. I guess we're must be about ready for Christmas, even with the weather. Back to you, KF0LZX.
Yeah, I tell you what, I was outside a little bit today, and that wind was just absolutely chilly. Temperatures weren't horrible, but man, that wind was cold and damp. It was not a real great day. It looks like we've got a couple of pretty days coming up, though, so that's something to look forward to before winter sets in for good. But, I mean, we're already into December, so we're almost halfway through it already. So anyway, that is the end of the NetLogger list, and we will go ahead and take on-air check-ins. Please call now.
KF0NQR.
All right, we've got, couldn't remember the name right off the bat, definitely remembered the voice, but we've got Dominic out of Greenfield, KF0NQR. I think last week you were in Mount Vernon or something.
Yes, Greg, I'm here in Mount Vernon once again. Like I said last week, I do a natural gas traveling. I've been working down in Aurora, Missouri on natural gas. We help distribute, so some of you guys I've talked to you about digging around Aurora and stuff, and we make a pretty good mess of ourselves. And I heard that there was some wind brought up. It was pretty windy today. I'm a pipeline infrastructure, so I don't have to mess with a lot of the outside work, but I do have to get out every once in a while and measure where the pipe is, and I kind of feel a little bad about some of the guys that are out there all day long working, and they've all put their coats on here lately. I did a little bit of Christmas shopping over this weekend. Luckily, I got all that squared away for Mom and Dad and Grandpa and everybody, so that's all squared away, and I don't have to worry about that either. But it's been a wonderful day, and hopefully this week gets over so I can get back home and get back up on the higher bands. But not much going on after today and throughout the weekend, but it's been nice coming on here and getting to listen to everybody and talk to everybody. Thank you, Greg, for running the net, and this is KF0NQR, saying 73.
Well, Dominic, good to have you again this week. That's I think a couple weeks in a row we've had you now. And we had mentioned earlier our monthly club meetings here in Monette at the Happy House Restaurant. And club member or not, you're more than welcome to come. If you have time and stuff, we'd love to have you. So thanks for checking in. We appreciate it and hope to hear you in the future nets. That being said, we'll call out for any more on-air check-ins. Please call now.
Kilo Alpha Zero Romeo Mike.
Kilo 5 Alpha November Whiskey.
All right, we got Bob in there. He must have got startled awake in his chair. Bob, how you doing this evening?
You and Sean know me too good. Dominic come in there and woke me up there. Doing good. Dominic, while you're still on here, I'm the president of the club, and I personally invite you to our Christmas party coming here Saturday evening over here at Monette at the Happy House. And there'll be somebody there by 5:15 probably there. And we're going to have a Christmas party and have a lot of fun and invite you over there. Doing good. Went up and spent the day with Jared and had a whole lot of fun. Acts like a little kid, I suppose, up there in that fancy combine he's got, you know, they don't even have to touch the steering wheel on. And inside heat, the cab, and the refrigerator, and all that kind of stuff. When I was running one as a teenager, we didn't have no heated cab, didn't have a number out, and sure didn't have a refrigerator. And I had to hang on to that wheel like crazy. A lot of fun. Anyway, that's about it. So we'll catch you later. KA0RM.
Oh, good to hear from you, Bob. Yeah, sounds like you had a pretty interesting little trip up there today. All right, we'll move down to my old buddy Daryl, K5ANW root beer out of Springdale, Arkansas. How you doing, Daryl?
Doing pretty good, Greg. Band conditions was right, and here I am. So it's all good. I just wanted to say hello. I don't have anything for the net. You sound real good. In fact, everybody is. Just really good signals going on. The repeater's working great tonight.
Well, glad you could get in this time. I think it was, what was it, just last week I think we were talking when I was down that direction and talking about you hadn't been in a few weeks, so it's good to hear you back in here again.
Yes, sir. I was, when you was running east on 102. Got to chat with you for a ways, and I enjoyed that. Enjoyed chatting with Bob a little bit, too. That was a good time. So hopefully the band will kind of stay up, and I'll be able to get in a little more often. Anyway, it gives me something to look forward to. Over.
Yep, roger that, Daryl. Hopefully they'll come up and stay up a little bit better than they had been. A little bit of solar activity's kind of made things a little wishy-washy, but it's definitely good to hear you in here again. It's been a few weeks, and it's always great to hear from you. It's nice when you can get in here with us.
I certainly enjoy it, Greg. A lot of fun listening to folks chatting. At any rate, I'm going to hush and let you see if you can get some more contact. Really good hearing everybody. Greg, you have a good evening and blessings to all. K5ANW, and just in case I don't hear anybody between now and Christmas, Merry Christmas to all.
Well, thank you, Daryl. I appreciate it, buddy. And if I get back down your direction in the next week or so, if you don't make it in that, I'll definitely shout out for you, see if I can't get a hold of you. So, we'll call out one more time for on-air check-ins. Anybody else like to check in, please call now.
N0MUA.
N0MUA, got David out of Stillwater. How you doing this evening?
Heard my buddy Daryl in there and Bob, and thought I better say hello. The band's kind of up and down, but just wanted to say hello, and we'll catch you guys another time. N0MUA, Stillwater. Hello, Dave. Hello, Bob.
Hello, Dave. Good hearing you, buddy. K5AW.
Yeah, we got you.
and down. 73 to you guys over there. N0MUA.
David, definitely appreciate you making it in and taking the time to check to see if you can make it in with us. It's glad to have another voice on the air. And that being said, that was the last net on-air check-in, so we will call out again. Any more on-air check-ins, please call now. This is KF0LZX taking on-air check-in for the OARS Tuesday night 2-meter net. Anyone like to check in on air, please call now. All right, everybody, one last call for any more on-air check-ins, or anyone has any other comments they'd like to add before we close the net out, please call now. All right, everybody, we'll wrap it up. We had, including myself, we had 15 tonight. Had a good net. Glad everybody that checked in with us could make it. Appreciate you taking the time to do it. And those who can make it on the Simplex net, it'll be at 8 p.m. on Thursday evening on 146.460. And then we'll start over next week with D-Star net on Monday night. So hope to hear everybody on one of those nets coming up the next week or so. And appreciate everybody's taking the time to check in with us and spend a little time. So this is KF0LZX, returning the frequency to normal operation.
If anybody's interested tonight, we got 8 o'clock 2-meter net on 144.250. KA's sideband net. KA's RM.